All right, ceramics. So continuing with our paper bowls, I started by rolling just one as tight as possible, and I found that really the first couple strips is the hardest part. So if you're frustrated with just tight little rolls, stick with it because it does, as the curve gets a little less extreme, it gets a lot easier to add those on. So pay a little bit more attention to the first two strips and really trying to get it nice and tight. One thing to think about is the colors that are showing on the outside. My magazine was not very colorful, and so I just have some darker and some lighter, and so I've alternated a dark strip for a light strip, and there you see it has a bit of a stripe effect. As far as how to put these together, I would try to find any kind of tape you have. You might not have this kind of tape, like wrapping paper, but you might have painter's tape, duct tape. Even in a pinch, Elmer's glue and a rubber band can work. This is where I'm really just hoping you guys can look around and find some kind of way to make these stick to each other. So I just did a white strip, and so now I'm gonna continue on. I find the end of my white strip, wherever I ended it right there, I'm going to start back up right here. So I'm just using some Scotch tape. I'm trying to line up the end with the beginning and get it nice and straight. And go ahead and tape that on. And then I'm just rolling as tight as I can. And then it looks like I need a darker paper, so I'm taking my next strip and taping it right on there. I've also found that to tack down the previous strip and then start the new strip right there is just fine. So I can already see kind of how I would push my bowl out. And so that's kind of exciting. This is about 8 strips. So I'm thinking I'll do maybe around 20, 25 and see how that goes. I'm gonna also try to find some more colorful magazines because I think going up, it would be nice to have a little bit more color in my bowl. Now, if I were to only have glue and a rubber band, it might take a little bit more time, which might be a little frustrating. Oh, I can't find the end. There it is. But what I would do is I would just put a little dot of glue right on. I haven't used this glue in a while, clearly. Well, I would put a little dot of glue there, put my strip on, and then tie the rubber band around it like that, and then give it a couple minutes to dry and then continue on like that. So that's how I would use glue if you needed to. You could also maybe tie string around it if you didn't have access, or a hairband would be good to just keep it nice and tight there. Let me know if you really can't find a solution for an adhesive. So I'm going to continue this building out and see how big I can get it, and then I can start manipulating its shape to create the kind of bowl that I want.